Hey, this is King Jimmy Unauthorized, and I just wanted to give you 7 reasons as to why I am against the flying of the rebel Confederate flag. The first simple reason I'm against the flying of the Confederate rebel flag and the stars and bars today is a very simple one. Flags represent nations that still exist. The Confederacy, as hard as it may seem to believe for some of you, hasn't existed since the 1865 Civil War ended. So, yeah, the nation doesn't exist anymore, so give up the flag. It doesn't exist as a nation anymore, and you simply should not fly a flag for that reason alone, if that wasn't simple enough. The second simple reason is because flags should only fly where there are nations that have boots on the ground supporting the right of that flag to continue to fly. And if you don't have boots on the ground, and by boots on the ground I mean armed soldiers that support the right through power and strength of that flag to fly, well, it simply shouldn't. And last I checked, there was no standing Confederate army. The third simple reason is the Confederate flag represents an army that lost its battle and lost its cause. So unless you want to be identified with a bunch of losers who have a lost cause, well, you shouldn't fly the rebel flag, because if you're going to fly that, you're ultimately identifying, well, with a bunch of losers. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to be identified with a bunch of losers. Reason number 4 as to why you shouldn't fly the Confederate flag. Please do not say that you are flying the flag as a sign of remembering your precious heritage, because I bet good money that most people who fly the flag couldn't name the relative that they had from 150 years ago, their grandfather's grandfather, for most people today. I bet they could not name the individual from their heritage that they're so proud of who actually fought and maybe even died in the Civil War for the rebel cause. So please don't tell me it's about your heritage if you can't even bother to remember the names of your relatives who fought in the Civil War and stood up for what they believed in their righteous cause. More about heritage as point 5. It's very simple. The Confederate Army lost the war. So your heritage is technically not found in the Confederacy. Your heritage is found in the people who won the war. So instead of flying the rebel flag, you should be flying the Union flag. Because the 6th reason you shouldn't fly the rebel flag is the same reason as to why I, as an individual who has German heritage and possibly has far distant relatives who fought in World War II as Nazi German sympathizers and soldiers, you shouldn't fly your rebel flag any more than I should throw out a Nazi flag on my front porch to remember the heritage and to remember the cause. Because guess what? Those people died and believed in their cause too, and they are somehow part of my distant family tree. So you know what I choose to do instead? I choose, when I do fly a flag, to fly an American flag. Because guess what? I don't identify with Nazi Germany. I want nothing to do with Nazi Germany, and I wish whatever distant relatives that I may have had that may have fought in World War II for the Nazis, I wish they really haven't done that any more than you should probably wish that your heritage, your family, shouldn't have supported the Southern cause. Now, I know this point 7 is going to go over some of your heads, so let me explain it real slow to you. The rebel flag is actually a symbol of hate. I know some of you have a hard time believing that the rebel flag to use a symbol of pride of heritage and about states' rights and, all that sort of garbage. But the fact of the matter is the Confederacy was not born as a states' right issue or any such thing. And the Confederacy was formed out of the southern states hating the fact that Abraham Lincoln won the election. And they were so opposed to his presidency and what his presidency might mean for the South that they rebelled against the northern colonies and the northern states, broke apart from the Union in order to pursue their own union and their own country and their own states. That's how much they hated Abraham Lincoln, that they were willing to break away from the nation that they once were a part of in order to form their own. So in other words, they were kind of like, maybe some very bitter Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton supporters out there who are pissed to death that Donald Trump won the election this cycle. In fact, you have like some people in California who are so mad over Donald Trump winning the presidency that they're talking about seceding from the Union. Well, guess what? That's exactly what caused the breakage of the Union during those days. It was the southern states being so mad that Abraham Lincoln won the election that they broke away from the rest of the country. So, yes, the rebel flag, the stars and bars, is nothing but a symbol of hate, and you should no longer fly it anymore whatsoever. So that was a fun video to make. This is Jimmy. Hope you liked it. Be sure to like, dislike, subscribe to this channel. I'd love to hear some comments from you, especially those of you who claim to love the stars and bars so dang much. Because you know what? At the end of the day, I think it's stupid, and you shouldn't fly that stupid flag anymore because, well, it's stupid. And I just gave you 7 really good reasons as to why it's stupid. I would love to see you even give me one good reason, besides that's maybe some of your constitutional right or something along those lines. So anyway, this is Jimmy. Peace out, everybody. Have a great day.